Cucurella or Ben Chilwell? Cuckoo or Chili B? These are the questions that need to be answered. Who is the better fullback right now? I personally can't decide. Some games I'm thinking Chilwell's it. The other game I'm thinking this Cucurella guy is pretty good, you know. So I'm going to be thinking about who is the better fullback here. Before we get started, welcome to Chelsea Plus. If you don't mind liking and subscribing, we have some great videos coming out today. And subscribe to be up to date to get there first. But back to the video, and we're going to start with one of our newest signings, Cucurella. Now Cucurella is a jack of all trades. I think he's very similar to Reece James, not physically but the way they can be played. They can be played as a left wing back, a left back, a left centre back, and also a left mid in some system, which makes it perfect for majority of managers. If there's any injuries in the squad, Cucurella is your man. The way he plays as well, you can tell he came fresh from Barcelona's academy. He has that Spanish essence to him. He's good on the ball, he's got a very good cross, and he's just very calm in nature as well. When he's got the ball, majority of the time you're calm. And he's actually learnt the system very well. And one thing that's good in our system, especially with Raheem Sterling, is that Cucurella is very good going at the outer layers, which removes one man from Sterling and gives him the license to cut in on his right foot. So Cucurella is a very good pick. There isn't any complaints with him. In fact, he's already got 2 assists in 6 games already. And if you deep that for a moment, he could have easily had 4 if Sterling put away a few more of his chances, but he has been cooking it in assists. And with him taking corners, he's only bound to get a lot more. Heck, he may even get 10 if he plays majority of the games this season. So Cucurella is a very good player for Thomas Tuchel and for the whole system. And I'd love to see him play as a left centre back along with Ben Chilwell to see how attacking we play, kind of like Reece James and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, where Ruben Loftus-Cheek pushed into midfield and Reece James had all that room to push forward. So I'd love to see that at one point, but right now Cucurella, you can see why we bought him. Was he worth that much money? I don't think so, but you can see why we bought him here. He's a key piece to majority of our systems. Where on the other hand, Ben Chilwell, he took a while to get used to our wingback position, which is why Tuchel used Alonso over him. And the main thing that he is good at is firstly, he has good partnerships with players on the pitch. It's like he came from our academy because he plays well with Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Jorginho and Rudiger. He had a great partnership with all of them, which makes him very easy to play with. He's very good defensively. Most people think this guy's just an attacking fullback, but he actually is very good defensively. But what makes him different from a Cucurella is he has a signature trait. A trait not many players do have, and with Reece James putting in many good crosses, elite crosses, this makes Chilwell an ideal partnership. He has this inverted run which he loves to do every game. Some good examples is when we used it against Leicester. Thiago Silva got the ball from far back, crossed it into Ben Chilwell, he managed to score a goal. It looked scruffy, but it worked. The exact replica happened against West Ham. Thiago Silva got the ball, looked up, saw Ben Chilwell making that run, he crossed it in to an inverted run and Ben Chilwell ended up scoring. And last of all, one game as well which not many people like to talk about because it actually was our hardest game in the Champions League run, was Chelsea against Porto. He did an inverted run, even though it was a little bit scruffy, he wasn't expected to get the goal. He managed to hound the defence, grab the goal, run inverted and managed to score. Chilwell's signature trait is this inverted run. Whereas Cucurella is mainly good on the outer areas, he can cut inside, it's just not as dynamic as a Ben Chilwell for example, not as hungry shall I say. Chilwell just has that dog to him. You're going to give me one player who's better for the system. Personally, I love Chilwell, I'm going to pick him majority of the time. But if you're going to be very black and white about it, different games need different players. Now if we need a lot of the ball and we want to keep a lot of possession, Cucurella will be your man. Especially with Aubameyang coming in, Sterling. There's going to be a lot of people in that box, and with Reece James and Cucurella crossing it in, it may be quite good. But if we need a goal, we want a little bit of dynamism, especially when we're playing 3 at the back, we are missing a forward. Chilwell can be that extra man. He's very good at linking up play, he's good at scoring goals and making stuff happen. So different games will require different players. Now, what's different between this and Alonso is Alonso could not play both roles. These two, luckily for Chelsea, these two can play both roles very well. So I think it's a matter of who's in better form and what Tuchel's game plan is. So we are very privileged. Who are you guys picking? I'm picking Ben Chilwell. Some of you guys may be picking Cucurella, which I understand. Tell me in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.